Hi, guys. Just getting my screens all straightened here. Can you guys hear me okay? Who's here so far? I'm so thirsty. Welcome, everybody. Rabbi Roz, I had you in mind today. I just want you to know, especially on a Sunday when you've probably been busy. Hey, Felice, how are you? What's going on, guys? Did everybody have a nice weekend? Hello, everyone. Hi. It's been a little quiet here, which is kind of nice. Yesterday was a little crazy. Hi, Mal. Oh, gee, thanks. I'm in my comfy fall phase of the world. I got a bunch of these like little jacket, like little flannelly jacket things. I feel like I'm back in the 90s. I love it. Yep, all good, Rabbi Roz. So the Natasha didn't work for you, Rabbi? I got to tell you guys, right off the bat, I have never in my entire life had a foundation like this before. And I'm so excited to share it with you guys. It's better today. Well, that's good. You know, sometimes it takes finding the right powder too, just like to kind of stop things from happening. Supposedly that new Gucci powder that they just came out with, although highly perfumed, it does have pretty good mattification. And I find that the pressed version of the Givenchy, I think is more for people who are oily than people who are dry. The pressed version seems to like really hold oils in. Oh boy, I was fully expecting you to rave about the VB. I am raving about the VB. I am a raving crazy person with the VB. I'm very excited about it. I can't believe it showed up. Both Rebecca and I have been anxiously awaiting its arrival. Hers is missing in action. And mine weirdly showed up last night. So that was good. So what everybody do this weekend? Felice, how are things going with your son transforming his new crash pad and fun area? Happy that I love it. I'm telling you guys, the good news about this foundation is that you need such a small amount that I literally think a bottle is going to last a really long time. And because it is sold in places like Nordstrom, there will be 15% off sales often. And that makes a difference on a $110 foundation, you know? The craziest thing is this new concealer, because I kept putting it on and thinking that it wasn't going on because the color match is so good. He's still shopping for furniture and lighting. Wow. Yours showed up like within 48 hours of ordering? Holy cow, Rabbi Roz, I want to know what you think. Are you liking it or no? Has anybody else received this or ordered it yet? I know Felice ordered it because she's telling me that she has so many foundations to get through. And then she's like, I just ordered. You love it. Shopping for furniture. I heard the Nordstrom is carrying the Chanel Sublimage, which would be amazing. I haven't tried it yet. I actually have the Sublimage. We could do that for one of the lives. I actually think that the concealer is better than the foundation, and you can use it for both and not have to spend money on both, but we can talk about it. I heard they also have that new lip balm that's like a couple $100. I may have to try that this winter if my lips continue on the track that they've been on. Right now, the only thing that I like is my Cortibom, which is very, very luxurious. I haven't tried the VB Skin Tint yet. I have the Sublimage and have used it for years. It is a beautiful foundation. And how many Chanel foundations do you have, Felice? Like 7 or something crazy? I told Felice she's the maven of makeup and she needs to have a channel. The lip oil is $3.60. Wow, it's like $1 for every day of the year if it would only last that long. Makeup and the pricing right now are so weird. 7. Yes, 7 foundations. Let me just show you guys everybody else's comments so that we can run through. I really like the Gucci skin tint. I heard the VB skin tint is amazing. It is amazing. I love it. Expecting me to rave. I am going to rave. I am. I definitely am. We're all going to be able to get it for a better price. I have hope. Plus Black Friday. It'll be like, what does she offer? 20 or 25? I don't even remember. Yours showed up fast. Your son's still doing lighting. Nordstrom's going to keep us all safe because the Bermuda Triangle of Saks, Neiman, and Bergdorf is like, it's daunting that they can do whatever they want now. $360 lip oil, 7 Chanel foundations. 20 what? What was 20? That's just Chanel. $28 when the VBB arrives. I recently decluttered and I feel really good about at least getting rid of the foundations. I have a hard time parting with the things. You mean 29? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you need a channel. And that way you feel like it's for a higher purpose. You guys, makeup has gotten very expensive. Oh, 20 off for the VB Black Friday sale. Yeah. And I remember, I can't remember if it's Cost Bar or one of them does, like if you spend over a certain amount, I feel like it was 25. Maybe it was, what's the other one? Blue, I want to say Blue something. I can't remember the name. We'll have to wait and see. Violet Gray is making a move to buy Detox Market now. She sold the business, bought the business back, and now they're looking to expand and buy Detox Market, which would be going up. Blue Mercury, yes, Felice. They love you there. I feel like they do 25 if you spend over a certain amount. You know, there's going to be such an explosion of products, and I am going to share with you guys like 2 easy ways to save money on all of it. And one of the things is from Molly that she told us about with the sparkles. I want to do a whole day of sparkles next week. I think we're going to do sparkles on Tuesday. Just sparkly things, generally. I love sparkles. Okay, so let me grab my giant box of goodies. Guys, I own a lot of Victoria Beckham makeup, apparently. Who knew that I had so many things? I do have to say that with some of it, all right, I just don't want it falling. That would not be good. You're the cheap one. You're not the cheap one. And for the time being, the one thing I need to say before I forget to say anything is that there are a few new concealer shades, and one of them, this is not the concealer. Oh, I've got to pull the lip oils out. I may have to find those. The new concealer shade is so perfect for me that it felt like I wasn't putting it on. I got everything organized, and now I'm feeling like I'm not organized. Oh. Okay, so I was using I wish her stuff was like printed on the outside. Okay, so I was using FL1, which was super, super light, as my brightening concealer. Let's really pack it on there. And I was color correcting with L1 because it's kind of got a peachy tone. So this is FL1 and this is L1. So basically I was canceling out dark with this and then brightening up with this. But I have to tell you, like, over time, I haven't been loving being super light underneath my eyes. Like maybe a little bit, but not like we were. And I feel like you can achieve it with powder. However, this new concealer shade is called FL 1.5. And every time I go to put it on my eyes, I feel like it's not coming out. It's because the shade match is so amazingly good that it just blends into my skin. Is that nuts? And when I take this off and put this back on for you guys, you're going to be like, wow, I can hardly even see this go on. I kept going, it's not coming out. What? I've got one that's not full. Like this doesn't have stuff in it. And that was after, you know, when you do it like 27 times, when you first get the clicky thing. This color is amazing. And she added another one in the medium range. I want to pull her website up just so we have it. I can switch back and forth. I feel like we've waited a really long time for a complexion product from her that was, why does it say Sephora? It's weird. Here we go. Let me, if you have not ever bought anything from her website versus buying from a store, you do get 15% off of your first purchase with Victoria Beckham. And I don't know if that affects anybody here, but it's a nice way to start. I'm wondering how many stores she's going to be going to. All right, so these are really drying down now. So again, this is FL1. This is L1. And then this is FL 1.5. And I just want to show you, I don't know if it was 2 or 3. Oh, I'm going to have to grab something from the bathroom also. Sorry. Here, concealer. Let me present this. Okay. So her concealer, I think she does a really nice job of showing us the color that it's going to be on here. I think FL0 is brand new, fair light with cool undertones. So if you are the palest of the pale with a pink undertone, that one is going to be for you because it's going to be real pink. This one, FL1, is extremely neutral. And if I ever wanted to buy a brightening one again, I would probably go with the pink just because I'm more pink and find that those sort of do better than others. So this is the new one, FL 1.5. And I don't know why they're not advertising that they extended their concealer range, but I actually wrote to the company because I was kind of annoyed. I went and I ordered the foundation when it came up. And then I saw there was a concealer that looked like it was going to be my color. And I did express shipping for this to get here because I wanted to be able to show it to you before anybody else bought it and wasn't able to, return it or see a review or whatever. And so they did comp one of my express shippings, and I didn't think it was going to express. I thought that I was going to have to get refunded for both, but they managed to get it delivered on a Saturday. So that was good. And then there's another one here that she expanded to. It's medium dark with golden undertone. So she's got a one goes between the medium dark neutral and the medium dark warm peach. So she did a golden undertone for that one also. And as far as I can tell, R2 might be new. I don't know, just because it's not there. I don't know if that affects anybody here. But at the very least, I have been using her concealer as foundation for a very long time. And if you can find a shade match, I think it's a good way to try out the formula of having this TFC8 in it. And just a little background on it. I want to make sure that I say this exactly correctly, but Augustinus Bader is a doctor who works with burn patients. And he developed this TFC8, which is, it stands for Trigger Factor Complex 8. And it was developed by him. It's a patented technology working with burn victims. It combines amino acids, vitamins, and natural molecules to guide nutrients to the skin, supporting repair, renewal, and overall skin health. And this, secret ingredient, she was one smart cookie to team up with him, She did her facial person for her face cleanser, which I need to go grab really quickly. And I need to go grab the serum because I don't have it sitting here. But that's like the secret sauce that we're paying extra for. It basically is a skin product and a makeup product. I'll be back in 1 second. I have to grab this stuff. these I have here. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm literally walking over here just real fast. Okay, sorry about that. I have these, and the other thing that I didn't have was the lip oils. I have to think about where these are. For lip tinty things. I'll have to grab them in a minute. Okay. Sorry. So anyway, the secret sauce is the reason why she refers to all these as skincare. And you can see on my hand now that it's like dried down. I can still feel that it's very hydrating, like where those concealers were. And I have found that my skin is better for it. Now, I did not have success when I tried the Rich Cream from Augustinus Butter. I used it for a little bit, and I didn't feel like it had enough emollients, I guess. I like more of a dewy feel than the Rich Cream gave me at the time. However, I have used this for a very long time, and this is the serum that they put out together. And it is expensive, and I only use a few drops of it, but I really do feel like on days when I'm not feeling super tight, this, I feel like, gives me just that little bit of lift that I'm looking for. The other things I wanted to show you from the skincare are her cleansers. Now, I cannot use this lactic acid one every day. These together, there's an oil cleanse to get your makeup off. And then this is she calls it the Daily Lactic Acid Gel Cleanser. And Melanie Grant is her esthetician. She's a, esthetician of the stars kind of thing. She tapped her for this collab. And they put together what they referred to as a facial level cleanse that you would get. Now, if before menopause for me, this would have been fantastic. I would have been like, take whatever skin off of me that you would like to. But now that I feel like my face is a little bit more fragile almost than it used to be, this is a lot for me to take on a daily. I don't need this kind of crazy exfoliation because I use a daily toner from Josh Rosebrook that's super gentle but does the trick. But like today, I used this. I used my Zip today because I wanted to be extra snatched for you guys. And then when I washed my face, I used this. I did my LED before I put my foundation on several hours ago. And I've been wearing this for several hours. And I'm going to zoom you in real close so we can take a look. I have only her makeup on today, except I cheated a little bit with a little of my lip liner because the color that I really like of hers that matches me doesn't really go with nude. It goes more with like the pinky tones, but I'm going to zoom you in real close. And I'm going to turn up this light a bit just for a minute. And I'm going to get rid of this other screen. And I'm going to show you. I have a lot of lines right here. These are my worst right here. This doesn't settle in anything. This doesn't accentuate anything. I don't get any weird gathering. My pores look blurred, and I can tell you that they normally do not. They're kind of, you know, bigger from when I used to have like acne. I've got one pore up here that drives me insane. I really think it is just such a pretty foundation. I used, when I tell you, 2 drops for my whole face. And then what I did was I take another drop and I kind of, you know, put it on my little palette. And I used it to build in certain areas. Now, you're not going to get 100% of your sins of the sun covered with this foundation. But what you are going to get is a very even complexion, a very hydrated feeling, and a very almost skincare-like feel. Like if you close your eyes and you put this on, you could easily think you could go get in bed and go to sleep because your skincare is on. And to me, that's something. Now, what came to mind for me when I was thinking about this foundation, it comes in a bottle like this, and you can hear there are little beads in there. You need to shake this. And when you unscrew the top, it's got the little, you know, dispenser. It's not going to fall out unless you squeeze it. I'm going to put 1 drop on here so we can take a look at the consistency. It's not watery. And just as a frame of reference, since a lot of us have it, let me just close this for a second. I'm going to take a little of the Lisa Eldridge because I know everybody wants to know how these two are different. And I may do a half a face and a half a face if you guys are into that. We'll see. The Lisa Eldridge, I'm going to put a drop on here. You can tell the color is about the same. The Lisa one might be a little bit more yellow. They both run. The Lisa one may run a teeny bit more. The other foundation that I thought of that some people might have is the Swede, because this comes in the same kind of a container. Actually, I have one more I can grab too. So here we have VBB, and then we have the Lisa. Now we're going to add a drop of the Swede. We're going to watch that one run. Does anybody want me to grab Summer Fridays? I just always think of it as like a not a super terrific coverage. But if anybody uses that, I'm happy to add it. Comes in the same kind of a bottle. Would anyone like me to do that? Just throw it in the comments. It's right here. I can grab it. Nope. Yes. No. Okay. All right, it looks like Lisa's running the most, so the most watery. Looks like this is second and this is third. And I do think that that is very true. I think this is a little bit thicker, the Swede. I think the Lisa is a little bit more watery. And I think that the Victoria Beckham is a little bit more creamy, if that makes sense to everybody. I just ordered the concealer and there's free expedited shipping right now. That's so exciting. So the differences in these would be, if I had to like spell it out, I'd say the Swede feels like more of a traditional foundation. I'm going to put some here. You're going to get a lot more coverage with the Swede. For me, the Lisa has been my holy grail of holy grails. To me, there's just nothing that disappeared into my skin more and looked just like I had better skin. Thanks for looking at that, Rabbi Raz. And then this one, when you touch it, actually feels like you're putting like a very hydrating skincare product, not in a greasy way, in like a nourishing way, like soothing almost. And I'm sorry. Hi. Welcome. If you have a dog, you definitely came to the right place. We're all dog people here. So a lot of different, products on the market that kind of have this dispenser, but each of them is unique, I think, in its composure, like the way that it's put together and how it's supposed to feel. I still think if you are more oily, you may be in the Lisa camp more than you will be in the Victoria Beckham camp. Only because I think that it takes a while to get used to the feeling of something as nourishing as this is as a foundation product. Let's just call them complexion products because it's kind of like what they are. Sorry I'm late. Wanted to mention I just had a facial with VBV facialist Melanie Grant in New York City who does her skincare with, and it was beyond amazing. Oh my God, we just talked about her stuff. It was at Violet Gray. That is so neat. Wow. Love that. I don't know what I was just saying, but the most nourishing, the most inconspicuous, and I would say looks like a liquidy foundation, goes on with a lot more coverage. I feel like the Swede, if you're somebody who wants to cover up quite a bit, if you have a lot of sun damage, or if you're, going to like a special event and you don't want to have almost that skin tinty look, the Swede tends to give the most coverage of these complexion products. I think that the Lisa Eldridge does an amazing job at evening things out. I think it doesn't settle into any lines. I think that it makes your skin look and feel better than it was. And I also don't think that there is any kind of additional heaviness or overly emollient ingredients in it. It's not drying, but good skin prep is going to change, I think, the way that it goes on and how you feel about the product. And I think that that's kind of true with all of these things. You know, we all do different skin prep depending on how you feel in the morning. And there are days that I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm so dry. It's like so dry in here. And there are days when it's like pea soup outside and you just don't want anything heavy on because it's so humid and uncomfortable. Maybe you had a breakout. Maybe you had a treatment done and you want to cover up. I think that there's a lot of different needs. Now, like the foundation that I purchased recently, the Tom Ford, I'm actually going to be bringing this back because I did have a little kind of not reaction. I don't know what to call it. Like I just, the sunscreen that's in here is not one that usually agrees with my skin. This is like a true foundation that covers, you know. This one could definitely be thinned out with a moisturizer, but that's like a full kind of coverage concealer. I mean, foundation. I think that there are so many good products out there right now. I also think that we're all going through a really weird phase of what sounds expensive and what sounds reasonable right now. And I am pointing fingers at LVMF. I'm sorry, but I am. I think that we all need to like kind of pause and realize that things have gotten a lot more expensive. For instance, I just went to order a concealer and a skin tint from Suku. And even though I paid for free global shipping with Selfridges for the year, they are putting major tariff dollars on the bill. I want to say it was like $35 extra, and it really wasn't that I had spent a lot of money. It was like another third of what it would have, like a third more, if that makes sense, than what we normally would have been paying. Welcome to everybody who's coming in. Feel free to tell us where you are in the chat. We are we're a group that is very supportive, sweet, nice, kind to each other, and we all love this stuff. So welcome if you haven't been here before. I kind of want to go through the Victoria world. I have long been a fan of her products, and I am not a Spice Girl fan. I was older in the 90s, I think, than the people who were like the true Spice Girl kind of people. Like I'm 57, and I feel like people that are maybe like 10 years younger, even though they're kind of still Gen X, I think that they had a different, tell me what you want, what you really, really want kind of relationship with Spice Girls. Yes, I won't be renewing my Selfridges global shipping. On the Byredo palette, it was $35. Oh, guys, before we do anything, everybody get a pen out. I am going to put in the chat, I found out that there is a brick and mortar Byredo store in my state. And I called there and made friends with Tay. Tay is my girl, and Tay will send you a link for secure payment and ship your palette out to you in Oak Brook. Yes, Felice, on the 15th. So I am going to share her information right now. Her name is Tay. Hold on. Why? Here we go. Okay, her name is Tay. She works at the Byredo in Oak Brook. And her phone number is area code 347. I don't even know where that is. 963 6603. If you text her and you say, hey, Michelle told me you're going to send her a palette on the 15th, she'll be overjoyed to put you on the list. They will send you a link on that day. Palettes will go out that day, and there will be no $35 charge. That is where the 35 came from, Rabbi Roz. I had the same thing as you. 347 is the link phone number. Gotcha. 110 is a lot for a skin tint. It is a lot. At least she has a sale once. It does help some. And I think it also is going to help because she is in so many stores now. There's going to be a 20 off at Blue Mercury. There'll be a 20 off at, I'm trying to think of where else. Selfridges does a big sale every year. I don't think that that's going to help now because of the tariffs. Let me close this door because I can hear my husband. I don't need to listen to him talking to our doggy, right? My son took the LSAT yesterday. He's at school and he took it for the second time. He's just like, why not? He's going to take it again because they don't get their scores and in time. So Byredo, there's no more Byredo worrying and wondering. They definitely pulled that little stunt that we talked about recently where they sprinkle a couple of palettes at Nordstrom, little tease, and took it away. And now, we had to sit and wait and wonder, oh my gosh, where's it going to be? There are gorgeous photography was taken by Sea Salt Waves, our good friend, and she has on her Instagram amazing photos of the palette. She did swatches. It looks beautiful. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oak Brook, yes, Felice. Dior is opening in Oak Brook too. Wow, all these malls are closing and Oak Brook is getting better. It's kind of fun. Tay Byredo, that's the info, guys, to get the palette. 347 is the link phone number. Same, Rabbi Roz. I just renewed my suffrages. I'm so bummed the tariffs are insane. Yes, I know. Me too. I think they're taking advantage of the tariffs. It shouldn't be that much. I agree. I fully agree. I had an order under 200, then tariffs were 75. I know. It's like it's going to kill me. I'm going to have to get the Suku because the next collection that's coming out is my favorite person of the whole company. He does 2 of the releases. He does the winter, which is pre-holiday, and he does pre-summer. Those are designed by him. And I will show you guys what these palettes look like. I'm dying. And it's going to be expensive. I'm glad that the palettes are only $52, but it's going to feel like it's a lot more. It doesn't add up. It really doesn't. Okay, so Victoria Beckham started her whole makeup foray, let's say, with a collaboration with Estee Lauder. And it was mostly in the UK. She came out with a bronzer that people loved and still love. I know a lot of people who still have theirs. Powder products, guys. The new Suku looks great, but I'm not paying those kind of fees. I know we got to figure something out. I'd love to find somebody that we could. I'm wondering if Chic Profile will figure a way through it. Maybe. We'll have to see what happens. I wish they sold Suku here. I don't understand why they can't. Even if it was just to put like a shipping thing here, like Lisa Eldridge did, where it comes from the United States. I don't know. So anyway, Victoria started with Estee Lauder. And funny enough, tapped Sarah Creel, which is a name we all know now, to help her start her makeup brand. And I think for a long time, I think people didn't take Victoria seriously. She was a Spice Girl. She was married to the hottest man, and always did this kind of stuff in the mirror and everything. But slowly but surely, even Anna Wintour, who I would have to say, I don't think she takes things lightly when it comes to fashion. They have a very special relationship, and I've actually seen them interviewed together, and you can tell that Anna really respects her as a designer. My Selfridges order is $261. The import tax is $20.88, less than 10%. Not that I'm thrilled with that extra tax, but it's not $35. $261 and it's only $35. Why are they charging $35 for a $110 palette then? I don't know. I'll let you know, because I'm not ordering this next round. We could check with her, but there's also a fee for her service, which is completely reasonable. I'd rather pay her than pay Selfridges or the government. Yeah, we're gonna have to huddle up on this one, I think, and figure out how we could do that. Even if it was like she sends it to me and I send it out to everybody here or something. I don't know if that would make a difference, but we can talk to her about it. So when Victoria tapped Sarah Creel, I really think that everybody saw Hung Van Gogh's new launch. If you haven't watched some social media the last couple days, a huge line just launched at Sephora. I'm just going to show it to you really quickly because I think it's worth mentioning. Hopefully you guys know who he is. He is an amazing makeup artist who is the most soft-spoken and sweet person. And he's so lovely to listen to. I gotta take this down. He put out a collection. We're talking a collection of makeup. There are lipsticks. He put out 8 eyeshadow palettes. I mean, this is a collection. This is like a full line of makeup. He's got his neutral palette, his wonderful warm, his composed cool, his brilliant blue. I love these names. I'm always good with the alliteration. Very teacher of me. Passionate purple. It's hard to find a good purple palette, and I'm looking at this one like, That's a good looking palette. The green, Molly. Could you see that one on St. Patrick's Day? My green girl. And there's a red pink and then an orange. And the whole thing has been done all at once is what I'm trying to say. He didn't just come out with a makeup item where they drop one SKU at a time like I feel like we're so used to right now. He literally was like, you want a collection? I'm going to give you 70 million lipsticks and 18 eyeshadows and a bunch of eyeliners and bronzers. I mean, this is a full collection other than a complexion product. Victoria, on the other hand, did her launches very slowly. And I got to tell you, at the time, I remember talking to Molly about this. We thought it was brilliant. Every month, I don't even know if it was every month, but it felt like it was. Something would come out. And it didn't feel overwhelming because it didn't come out all at once. I wonder if he has investors. Oh, it's a Sephora. It's a Sephora LVMH partnership. I think that's what Rebecca said. And I have to go back. I was watching her video today while I was like in the LED mask. So I couldn't even tell what color the eyeshadows were. I had to look when I was done because everything looks really bright when you have them on. Thanks, Rabbi Ross. So happy about this. Oh, wait a second. Did I miss something here? Wait, hold on. I got to catch up where you guys are here. We can check with her. If it comes on the, it comes on the app tomorrow. It looks amazing. I may try one palette, one lipstick for science. I am just going to say this. I think that he did a nice job on these. I definitely think that you need to go in and at least try to swatch a palette or something just so you have a feel. Rebecca did great swatches, so you can really get like a good look, but I don't know if I would buy the whole collection at once. I don't know if anybody can. I ordered 160 on Lisa Eldridge and they didn't charge any tariffs. Is that because they ship from New Jersey? Yes. Yes. I'm guessing that she'll have to raise her prices though, because they got to get here somehow, unless she manufactures here and we just don't know. But even then, what is she importing to do that with? It gets very complicated and in the weeds. It used to all come from the UK, but now she has an actual shipping building. I don't know what to call it. A shipping business here in the US. She does. Yeah, it was an LVMH brand. And I think it's interesting because they have Mary Phillips now has her own makeup line. And now we have Hung Van Gogh has his own makeup line. I feel like we're in the makeup artist era of the crazy YouTube world. We started with people who were influencers or makeup lovers. And, you know, it's kind of gone these different waves of who's making the makeup. We had, you know, Summer Fridays, they started out as content creators, influencers, whatever you want to call them. And now I feel like we're going into the makeup artist area. Gucci Westman is looking for a buyer. I heard Mario's looking for a buyer. Natasha's not. And you guys, did you see what she's coming out with? I got to pull it up because it's like very exciting. I know I'm like jumping all over the place, but welcome to my world. I gotta show you. I'm sure it's still pictures on Meet's page. Oh, you know what? Natasha actually posted her own today. She's coming out with 2 palettes. It looks like she redid basically Biba. Here we go. Okay. So Natasha's coming out with the new Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone MIDI eyeshadow palettes. Soft, almost all matte, universal palette, dramatic, mostly mattes with high shine metallics and sparkling foiled shadows, specifically tailored for deeper skin tones and for anyone that loves bold looks. Expanding my innovative eye sculpting concept for you that loved it with the mini eye sculpt shadow palette, and taking it one step further with different textures and undertones, debuting a brand new midi size. These user-friendly 18-pan palettes are designed to effortlessly sculpt and enhance the eyes. Each vertical column presents a different undertone. That's cool. Following my iconic High Glam Concealer undertone system, yellow, cool, rosy peach, warm, and neutral range from the fairest to the deepest shadows. Wow. Wow, wow. It can't be the one that's sitting out. Let me grab Biba. Okay, here's Biba. Okay, that's really weird. I don't know where my mini sculpt is, but this is mini Biba. And this is the original Biba. This is the larger size palette. Definitely similar in concept. I kind of feel like they've all now done this. It's like Makeup by Mario. You know, he's got his palettes too. When things are independently launched, they can't usually do a whole collection like that. Nope, they cannot. Hi, Heather. She doesn't have a shipping warehouse anymore. It's gone. Mine came from the UK to New Jersey, then to me in South Carolina, and I was charged $3 or something like that. Extra last order. Interesting. Off topic, but y'all know the Selfridges connection to Chicago. No. What is it? They said they did away with LEUS warehouse. I don't know why you would think she has enough orders from us to have it. From Lisa Eldridge? The ND came out of nowhere. Sure did. Agreed. They were a total surprise. They have 3 more shadows in each than the regular MIDI. So they are 82 versus 69. I don't know. There are so many palettes like this now. I feel like they all did it. Patrick Ta has one that he did that was, you know, all one color, kind of a gradient. The thing that's different about this one for me personally is that every time I go to get one of those curated ones like the Mario, you know, he's got this cooler one and this warmer one. This was the original. So we have both of these. Trying not to blind anybody. And I just find as a cool toned person that all of these tend to go orange when they put out one like this. Like the Patrick Ta ones, they're perfect for somebody with a neutral or warm undertone. And when you start doing something like this, it takes on a whole new meaning. It doesn't translate the same way on your eye just using a cool toned palette. I feel like the cool toned ones go like gray real fast. And with this, I feel like she's taking it to the next level. She's looking at actual undertones, not just cool and warm. So I think that is different and sets these apart from most. I don't know if you need both palettes, to be honest. Does anybody think that they would just fall into one more easily? I don't know. This one's called Soft. Those seem neutral to cool to me. Dramatic. Wow, I like that word. Those definitely seem more dramatic. I don't know if I would need that palette, to be honest. I feel like I would use this palette, at least a sculpting palette generally, as a way to shape the eye to take on sparkle. And I got a lot of sparkles. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think you need both of these? I think the description says that these were neutral to warm, and it kind of depends on your makeup style. I'm very excited. She is doing a live on, I want to say she said Tuesday, the 9th. I have to look and see what time it's at. I'll let you guys know on my Instagram. But she's going to do a live with this stuff, and I'm interested to see what she has to say. I don't need either. I love that one, Heather. Need, right? Harry Gordon Selfridges has a direct connection to Marshall Field and Company, having worked there for 25 years, starting as a stock boy and eventually becoming a junior partner. Felice, your background is unbelievable. Don't you guys think she should have a channel? I think she should have a channel. I really do. Hi, y'all. Hi, Holly. Hi, Marianne. Tomorrow, Hung Van Gogh will have his makeup released. He has several palettes available. I wonder, there's 8. There's 8 palettes. The PR package that came to people, you guys, was the whole collection, which is how I started talking about all of this. Let me circle back. So what I love about Victoria is that she didn't overwhelm us when she started her brand. She started very slowly with one product at a time, and everything felt really special because of it. we weren't doing all of these SKU launches. It was actually like she would come out with a product. I'm sorry, it wasn't, there were SKUs. There were one product at a time to build the collection. Normally when somebody presents a collection, they at least have like their, you know, their bare bones collection of eyeshadows, you know, blushes, the traditional sense of the word, like when you go to like a department store. He implemented in-store bathrooms, a tea room, and more. He moved to London in 1909 and opened his own retail emporium, Selfridges. That is so cool. And having it be connected to Marshall Fields is so Chicago. I love that. It was all the eyeshadow palettes, but each PR package only had a couple of lipsticks, a couple of liners, and a couple of blushes. Interesting. I don't know why some people got the whole collection. Others got bits and pieces. I think Alicia only got one palette, 2 blushes, a lipstick, and a liner. And others got like 3 palettes and then got it all. That is so cool, Felice. Felice, I love the history. That's so neat. It's just fun to hear how everything evolved and how everything's connected to everything else. I don't remember what Victoria came out with first, you guys, but I'd have to say that the product, I think that really, I think it was her liners. I think that except for the Marc Jacobs, which could he please come back, like take off the nails and give us some eyeliner. I miss his eyeliners. The Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal Liner this was before Lisa Eldridge, and it came with this little smudger, and people learned how to really use a liner as kind of a base and a smudge, and they could get a grungier look. She loved that smoky look, and her liners to me, you guys, are my holy grail liner. I don't know how everybody feels. I have most of the VB line. I love everything except the eyeshadows. I gotta tell you, I am a huge fan of her little lid lusters. And if she could just bring back Noir, I'd be really excited. My favorite color is mink. These are delightful little palettes of deliciousness. This is mink. And it's like a cool toned, like silvery brown, minky color that just does it for me in a big way. And I love the size of these. I love traveling with these. I love that it can make anything feel elevated. What I'm not excited about, unfortunately, are her new eyeshadow palettes. I feel this is the first one. You can see how much I've used it. It's really getting a workout over here. They are beautiful, but they are dark. They're all dark. They're literally all dark. I mean, this one's supposed to be, I guess. But even this one, so I bought that one first. And then I bought this one because it seemed kind of up my alley. But these are very dark. Even the base color here is a dark color. And I did use some of that to structure my eye today. Like this is in my crease and it went like up in here. And then I took this color over here and kind of smudged it out. But I really went for it with the lid lusters to lighten things up. I don't understand why they're so dark. Do you guys like, I don't know. I mean, that's dark. I need something to give my eye a little wake up call. I heard the HV new liners are like the MJ liners. That would be lovely. Be really excited if that were true. Those gel liners were so easy to use and they stayed on so well. I still have some like in the box. The Marc Jacobs liners were amazing. I also loved his lipsticks and glosses. I mean, the only thing I didn't like was his perfume. So could we switch it up a little maybe? The eyeshadow bricks, that is, love her single toppers. Oh, they're so nice. Love her liners. Me too. Love the VBB liners. The lid luster pots are great. Love Mink and Tea Rose. I don't have any of those pots. Heather, you don't have anything of something? I thought you had it all. I thought you had everything. I pair the eye bricks with the lid luster pots to lighten them up. I never use all four shadows together. Totally good point, Rabbi Roz. And a lot of people who reviewed them said they were, we were kind of transitioning from eyeshadow looks to structured eye with a little sparkle. Like there was like kind of a shift, and the younger kids, those young kids, they don't like eyeshadow. We were the eyeshadow people. So I feel like now we're getting back to the back to basics structured eye kind of thing. But with this 80s opulence that's coming, I feel like the lid lusters are going to have a great little home. If you're not familiar with these guys, they are really worth going into a store and swatching them. Here's another favorite. This one's called Velvet. And it just is like this greeny gold. Such a neat, like chartreusey kind of a color. They have beautiful shine, beautiful sheen. They blend easily. They pull look together even when you don't have a look. Like if your eye look sucks, you pull one of these out and you're like, oh, I look so good now. Here's another one. Tea Rose is a lot of people's favorite. That's this one. You think it would be a little bit brighter, like pinky, but it's really not. It's just got this beautiful, these have beautiful shine and sheen, and they just are, I just think they're fun. And I always take them out, like if I'm, going somewhere fun. Like these are so easy to just pull look together, and I love them. Like I really love them. I skipped the palettes. I thought the variety of depth sucked. And they're all dark. Yeah, and her last palette was not only dark, but the cool tone people would have not looked terrific. They're definitely all too dark. Do you guys have any idea why she would do that? I don't know. Like, I get being inclusive. I'm re-putting on some bikini right now. This is my absolute all-time favorite gloss of hers of all time. I love that her glosses feel like the glosses we grew up with, but without the sticky. But they still have like that really cushiony feel. I think there's so many like lip oils and lip whatevers now. I like a lip gloss. I'm old school. I even like the sticky ones from Lawless. I love a good sticky lip gloss. I know we're talking about VBB, but a lot of companies make pots like that Hourglass Bodyography. They do. Absolutely. It's what is going on with the Hourglass ones? Why is Sephora not selling them all now? It's weird. They have like one or two of them on there. I met two of the reps from Hourglass that were at my Sephora for the launch of those quads. And they told me those were going nowhere because they were designing all of their eyeshadow palettes without that kind of sparkle because they have the scattered light shadows. And this is just insane. If you don't know what the Hourglass ones look like, let me introduce you to Smoke because it's my favorite. They come in a little pot with the same kind of little toppy thing that the Victoria Beckham ones have. This color, Smoke, is so good. And I also love the one called Aura and Reflect. They have a green, they have a burgundy. They're all really beautiful. And as long as we're talking about that, we might as well say moon dust too. You know, like these UD ones with the sparkles. I'm going to do a whole thing on sparkles. Are you guys in it? Are you up for Sparkle Day? I love a good sparkle. Definitely all too dark. Yep, Bodyography. The Bodyography, I think they're selling now at, did I see it at Macy's? I don't know. Macy's has Hermes now. I don't even know who Macy's is. She loves a dark smoky eye. And she likes to show it to you sideways because she probably has the same thing going on that we all do where, you know, you're not symmetrical and you sleep on one side, you get more wrinkles on that side. She loves a smoky eye. I think she stays very true to a lot of things. I feel like she has helped to set some trends and not just follow them. I actually really respect her as a designer. I mean, she has a definite vibe and she stays true to it. Now, her priming moisturizer, this is the old one. I'm still working through these and I'm not giving these up because they were damn expensive. This is what the original pearlescent looks like. She called this the priming moisturizer in the first iteration. I did buy the little tiny one for friggin' $80. It's like minute. And I'm going to put it next to here. It is thinner. It's more reflective in a highlighter like underneath way. Whereas like this one, I really do think it's a primer. This one, I feel like you could put it under foundation or you could put it over foundation, even though she has a highlighter. Oh, I like this is a magnetic closure now. That's kind of fun. She also made before a golden, and I love wearing this like on vacation to get the suntan vibe without the suntan. And I know it looks real warm, and it is, But when you put foundation on that or skin tint, or you just put this on the high points of your face, it really truly does look like a suntan, especially if you use a red blush along with this kind of a look. It'll really come off as very authentically tan. I feel like her old palettes were more wearable. I agree. Bodyography is a Target online. Molly, are you gatekeeping that, or did you just find out? That's awesome. They have good sparkles. I got to order some of those. I like these little indie companies, you guys. Phytosurgeons has some amazing sparkles that I'm not going to show you right now because we're talking about Victoria Beckham, and I'm going to try to stay on track here. But Tuesday, it's officially going to be Sparkle Day because I just found some really inexpensive sparkles that are going to take you into the holidays without making you go broke. Okay, so Victoria's packaging, first of all, like, is there anybody who has packaging that's as beautiful and luxurious looking as Victoria Beckham? I know that like the Gucci bronzer is gorgeous, but overall, this tortoiseshell that's never going to go out of style, beautiful. These palettes had some problems. They are refillable. The first iteration of these definitely had some issues with closing and clasping, and I know that they dealt with a lot, but I have to say, having two bronzers is definitely better than one. They're expensive, but honestly, I bought this like when they came out, and it'll probably be around when I have grandchildren. I love that it's got this lighter one and this deeper one. I also have number 2. You know, from when I'm really crazy trying to get it. Oh, but that was number 2. This is number 1. Hold on. Let's compare. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Top is number 1. That'd be the lighter one. Thanks, Michelle. And this is number 2. And it's nice. I know if anybody watches Khaki, she likes to use this one as like a setting powder. It's definitely not, you know, like for my coloring, but these are really nice because you get the 2 powders. They are matte. If you are somebody who likes more of a shine with their bronze, she also has highlighters that are sticks, and this packaging is gorgeous also. Love the fact that there aren't fingerprints all over it. Love the fact that it's, you know, got the VB. These stickers kind of irritate me because they fall off, but she has a color called Amber that looks really pretty when you have a suntan. These are very, very chic highlighters. Like, I wouldn't even necessarily think of them as highlighters. I would think of them as illuminators. This is the pearl one. I just like taking my finger and dotting here. And somebody just taught me this. If you take your highlighter and you kind of do like little dots, little places, like your skin will catch the light like when you're outside, and it just kind of gives you a little more youth looking do than a youth looking don't, I guess. Where are we here? Loves the dark smoky. Yes, I like her old palettes. Bodyography at Target. Okay, so I am caught up. I'm thinking back to all of these releases, and I want to say that her lipsticks made an appearance pretty quickly. She definitely has a wide selection. I'm going to show you on here. Khaki uses the lighter bronzer color as the number one to transition between her under eyes and her cheeks, not exactly as a setting powder, but to make the contrast between her eyes and cheeks less stark. Yeah, she does do that. Her lipsticks are skinny. I don't know how popular these are. I don't tend to reach for them. This is a color called Fringe. It's definitely one of those like chestnutty kind of a colors. They're not particularly memorable, I guess. I don't know. The colors are really pretty. Let me pull this up. Oh. It makes me X out of a screen before I can share the screen with another screen that's next to the screen. Okay. So her Posh lipstick, here is her color selection. She's got a nice wide range. My favorite is Pose. Looks like she's out of a lot of them. Maybe she's reformulating. When you start to see like that many lipsticks gone, it makes me wonder if she's doing something to it. She did a nice lipstick. I like it. What'd you guys think of her lipsticks? Anybody have them? Anybody like them? Anybody not? I thought they were very pretty. She doesn't come out with a new color in a very long time. I will say her lip glosses to me were more of a star. And this is my favorite bikini that I have on. And she did tons of colors, which of course I have. Poolside was such a favorite. It's like you forget if this stuff is not in front of you. What a great summer color. It's kind of that chocolatey. This would be gorgeous this fall with all the brown. Really pretty. She has not just cool tones. This one doesn't have a name on it. I think this is Aperitivo. She has a beautiful selection. These are definitely more of a traditional lip gloss without the sticky. You have a couple but rarely use. Yeah, her lip glosses, let's go back. Oh, I do love this one. She has one. Oh, come on. I'm sorry if you're wearing headphones. Let me pull this out. There's just so freaking many of them that one of them has sparkles. Here's some colors. Yeah. This is a fun one to own because it looks like it's a color that sparkles because it kind of has like an orangey background, but on it comes off as a clear. And what I like about this is that it has the shimmer in it, but it's tiny, like so tiny that you don't feel, you know how like sometimes if you have like a sparkle, you can feel it like in your, sorry. Your favorite is Sway. You're a sucker for purple mauves. I love Pose. Pose is my favorite. This is really nice because you don't feel the shimmer. It's like such a pet peeve of mine. Like when you go like this and you can feel it, I'm out. But if you put some of this on, like just in the center, kind of as like a highlight, it makes your lips look so much bigger. I just love this one. I need to leave this out. This is going to be in my little monthly pile that I'm doing. I think her glosses are so good. What do you guys think about her glosses? Sway. Is that this one? Or is that the Sway? Here we go. Here's Sway. For Rabbi Raz. It is a beautiful color. I'm going to put it next to Pose because they're really not that different. Pose is like sister. It takes it to like even like a less bright kind of a purpley color. They're both really, really pretty. I need to wear these. I mean, they don't smell. You guys should definitely follow all the instructions on your, you know, I'm not telling anybody to use makeup that's expired, but personally I do. Since I like doing a full face by brand, I'll be adding the rest of her collection during the sale. Yeah, it's a good time to add anything during her sale. That gold gloss reminds me of my favorite Chanel gloss number 774. Is that the pinky one? Number 774. I got to think if I even have that. We'll compare it. We're going to be talking about all these sparkles for sure. So even when she came out with the lipsticks and stuff, it wasn't like she came out with like 72 of them. She came out with a collection and she adds one by one. She also did the same thing with her blushes. And you guys, I don't know why I don't reach for these blushes, but I haven't. This one's called Mini Skirt. It was like one of my favorites. They blend nicely. I have it on right now. She did some really fun, exciting colors like Hello Coral Lovers. Roller Skate is so fun in the summer. It's got just enough pink in it where I can wear it as a coral. So I appreciate that. And I love the punchy brightness of that color. She really just embodies this person that can like really see into what's going on in fashion and bringing it. She has her stick shadows. This was a color and a half. This is called Cornflower. And this was before we started seeing blues all over the place all of a sudden. Blue eyeshadow, for some reason, had such a bad rap for such a long time. I have to tell you guys, of all the colors that she has, if you are anywhere near my skin twin, even warm toned, I want to introduce you to my wrinkle eraser, and its name is Trench. Trench is, I want to wear sparkles all the time. I just do. But I find that right here on my eye, I need a little help. And when I take this and I put it right in here, just right there, and I have a smoothness there, it changes the entire feel of any eye look and makes it much more not old person looking. It is just like magical. And goes right in. If you want, you can use it as a base for your whole eyeshadow. This color is just my favorite. She also has some really fun ones, like this oyster one that I love, Shroom. Shroom is this fabulous taupe. This looks so good with mink. This Shroom color. Do you guys love these? Love Trench, love Shroom too. It's a gold topper. Oh, I want to see it. I'm going to look it up. Playground is my favorite blush. Love Trench, love Shroom too. Okay, and here's one that you don't see all the time that I think is a little superstar. This is Pecan. And for everybody who's eye sculpting right now and doesn't want to buy a whole palette, let me introduce you to a color that you can use in your crease, whether you're cool or warm. It is an incredibly neutral brown that you can use to shape your eye, sculpt your eye, if that's, the new buzzword of the week. It's not expensive in comparison, and I think it does so much. And for those of you who say, I need it to be shiny, I need it to be metallic-y, sparkly, this is caramel. Sorry, this is caramel. And it's got that shine that you're looking for. And I know there are tons of really good stick shadows out there, and I truly don't consider myself to be a totally stick person. Like, people love the Bobbi Brown. You love Pecan. It makes your blue eyes pop. Her stuff is, she does it seriously, but then she also gives us some fun. Like, before everybody was doing lavender, do you guys remember how hot this color was? It was called Macaron. And it was that just pinky, lilac-y combo that blew up all over Dior, and everybody started using it. There's one more here. Picked up that one. Where's this one? Did I do caramel? Oh my God. Do you think we have a problem here? Should I do ballet? Maybe I did do them all. I have some repeat shades here. I think that these are great as a base, and I think they are awesome to use your lid lusters with. I think that the combination is fantastic. I also think that the lid luster, in whatever color you choose, is going to be making a look special. And I don't care if it's Victoria Beckham, if it's Hourglass, if it's Bodyography, if it's XYZ brand, it doesn't matter. If you find yourself some sparkles that you like and you're into the sculpting, this kind of a shadow is going to take it to the next level for sure. Mascaras. She has two. My favorite, personally, is Vast Lash, and it's what I have on right now. This gives me the dramatic, long look that I love. It gives me just enough volume because I'm not really a volume girl. I tend to think that I have a waterline that is, let me find the brown. Is this brown? Nope, that's ash. I put cocoa on today. Yeah, cocoa. Her sharpeners are amazing. Love them. I keep one in my purse. Like all my little purses have them in the pockets because they always send them. So I always line right in here to tight line. And I have started to go much heavier on this side and then take it very thinly through here just to give me more of that lift. But I think that tight lining is probably makes the biggest difference in how my makeup looks on a daily basis. My eyes. The only BBB I have are the liners. Soon I will have the foundation, concealer, and primer thanks to Michelle. Sorry. I'm sorry. I love it. My favorite is Sway. Talked about that. We got the Chanel Gold Topper. Playground's my favorite. Love Trench. Love Pecan. Liners. So I think that I admit I am a boring neutrals girl usually. However, she has done some really fun color liners over time. And my favorite right now is the blue jean one that she just came out with. I also love this one, and I think it's so festive and awesome. This is the sea gray. It's got like that reflective, and these can be used as shadows. You can smudge this out inside of your eye here. This is going nowhere. Like if you want a budge proof shadow, try these. And you don't even have to use, you know, her smudger, even though it's kind of nice to like get in there if you're trying to really tight line. What I like to do also with a color like this, since it is, I should be doing this with the gold today, but if you're hooded, you just put a teeny tiny bit at the edge in the center of your eye. This is what people see when they look at you, because when you have a hooded eye, they're going to see the front of it. If you put a just tiny amount of a metallic liner right in the center, it's going to make your eyes really pop. And it's such a good little trick, and it's such an easy little touch to do. You can do it with this. You can do it with the bronze. You could do it with the gold lame. You could do it with any liner from any brand. But I just think that little tiny peekaboo right in the center makes like a huge difference. Good night, Rabbi Roz. You'll see the foundation tomorrow. Oh, thanks. I think all of her colors look pretty much great on everybody. The sea gray and the cinnamon. The cinnamon's beautiful. And thinking of trying terracotta. That is the only color that I did not buy. Oh, I also didn't pull her lip balms. I have to pull those out too. I'm going to have to pull out lip balms, and I'm going to have to pull out the lip stains. Okay, let's talk about these, because we just recently got these. I ridiculously bought all 3 of them, and you know, Benetint has been out for a long time. I know you guys remember the days of Benetint. The one thing I will say about these is that you do need to work fast, but I don't get the same kind of problems that you do sometimes with these where it gets darker where you put it. As long as you get it moving fairly quickly and do one side at a time, I don't find this to be as challenging. I don't love the dropper thing because I don't think it picks up the product like super well, but I'm always afraid that like I'm going to get too much of it. I do like to take a little bit of it and just put it right here by my eye, and you're going to see the difference between the 2 sides. So here's this. Here's this. It just gives you like that little tiny, I don't know what, up near your eye that makes you look healthier. All right. I'm going to take off my foundation, but I do want to look at this because it's been on for like 7 hours, something like that. Where's my little thing? Let's take a look, because we're going to really look at it and talk about the foundation. I'm wearing her powder bronzer. I am wearing some cream blush and obviously some of the other blush. I have a little bit of the bronzer up here. I have her bronzer over here. I also have a little bit of her contour on in travertine and marble, which I'll show you. I'm still healing from getting filler, so we're not quite there yet. I don't see anything weird gathering. This is like so close. I don't think my husband looks at me this way. This is my most hated area of my face right now, and I don't feel that this accentuated any texture at all whatsoever. In fact, I would go as far as to say I didn't even use concealer on it, which I usually kind of have to do, and it looks good. But if you look at it overall, there's definitely, I would say, a healthy glow more than a glow. You know, like I don't feel tacky, but I do feel like that hydration. And people who don't like to feel the juiciness of their skin, they must be 20, but I'm just kidding. You can have oily skin and not like it. You can powder this. In fact, yesterday when it came, and I was trying not to play with it, but I did take, because I was wondering about my oily my oily girlies. And because this Givenchy is oily person friendly, I like to use a small brush when I use powder under my eyes. I like to shake it off and just pat just where I need it so I can be like really strategic. And I kind of did this and just kind of powdered where somebody would that has breakthrough. And it took the powder really well. It didn't gather. It didn't look weird. I'll do one more close up because see, it didn't grab anything. And you can take a puff. I'll just pile it on because I'm taking it off anyway. So if you're somebody that really likes to go to town, always tap off. Well, this is definitely a brightening powder. But like it takes it well. I mean, it's not like I don't have wrinkles, but they don't look worse. I like the silver one, but isn't it the limited edition? You can only get expensive set. No, I never got that one because I didn't buy the expensive set. Such an amazing tip. I have many tips for hooded eyes. Oh, you're so sweet, Holly. I think it's the lighting. I really do. I'm so wrinkled and I'm like so down on myself like right now. I'm so proud of myself for losing weight. It took me like 18 months to do it. And I feel really good, but my face fell apart. It just fell apart. I wouldn't be caught doing that powder puff to my face. What is the shade of silver I put on? The liner was sea gray. And it looks like almost like aluminum foil, but with a little bit more smoke. It's a metallic without being sparkly, you know, because some of them they say like are not eye safe. Like this one that's got the, is this the gold? Yeah, this is gold lame. And they say the ones with the glitter shouldn't go in the water line. You make the call on what you would like to do. I think that those little metallic touches, just itty bitty, teeny tiny, are great. Or if you are going for like a really natural look that day, hang on, where is it? Hold on. Oh goodness. She has a pencil called the Eye Brightening Pencil, and it's a lot like the Chantecaille one. This one is from Surratt. It comes in a cream color that I think is better, but that side of it is the white, and then there's a creamy one. There's a black also. And then this side of it has a little applicator, and it sits in shadow. And if you just take like a teeny tiny of it and put it, you know, like in the corner, it opens up your eye big time. And you can also use like a white or a cream, like the Chantecaille one. I really want to find the Victoria Beckham one because I use it. It's not like I don't have more than one. At any rate, it's a pencil that you can use to brighten up your eye. That's just like a creamy white. She also has brow products, and I 100% think that her eyebrow product, the pencil, is teeny tiny, itsy bitsy, and it lasts not very long, and it's still my holy grail. I can't help it. I have several colors, and taupe is my favorite. Did I pull it out? So this is her liner. It has a little comb on one side and then a very teeny tiny tip here. I do love the shape of it though. This color is taupe. And it's just kind of one of those like nondescript sort of browns. I think eyebrows are one of the most important things on your face. And I think that our generation has the most messed up eyebrows of like anybody. And this gives you good hair strokes. And you can comb them up. And then she has brow gel that I have in clear and in brown. And it's got the little brush at the end, and you can brush the product in. I always like to take off whatever's on there. A really good tip is to not start with the fresh like dip in the front. You want to be darker in the back. So you kind of do the back first. And then if you have anything to fill in, you can kind of go forward and in front. Okay, I need to get that one. I have the green, but never use it. I always use cocoa and cinnamon. I love the blue jean one right now, and I love green. Love. I have the Eye Bright pencil. Don't care for it. It's so dry. Try the Chantecaille. It is fantastic. This one. It's called Nude. That's not everybody's nude, but it's a very, very like famously wonderful eye brightener. I'm going to put a little bit on, even though I have bronze on here right now, just so you can see. See that? It just makes you look more like awake. I highly recommend doing this before you put mascara on, because getting it on your lashes looks weird. But I think this is the creamiest and stays put. Chantecaille Brightening Eye Kajal in Nude. Chanel makes one called Claire. It's a little bit warmer and drier than the Chantecaille. All right. let's talk foundation. I do want to say that she also has a lip balm and lip stains. I think her lip stain needs a refresh. It's very dry, and I think there's a lot better stains out there now, like the one from Kulfi that feels hydrating and stains your lip at the same time. Okay. Let me... I don't know if I wanted to take that down yet, but it is what it is. Okay. I'm going to take off my makeup with just some Bioderma. Does anybody have anything that they want to see of mine? She does have an awesome lip balm. There's one sitting over by my bed right now in clear. She also has one that has like the color changing thing, and I'm not into that. I like the darkest one best. I'm going to pull those out if anybody would like to see those. I can do that. You don't use the VB Eye Bright because I have it, but looking for a smoother one. Oh, you want the Chantecaille. The Chantecaille is super creamy and it sets down. They're kind of like known for it. Okay. I use the VB Eye Bright because I have it, but looking for a smoother one. Yeah, it's I think the thinking behind it is that the less dry, I mean, the more dry it is, like the longer it'll last and stay, but I don't know. Okay. All right, so I think it's only fair if I put a little bit of skincare on because I normally would, and for sure some sunscreen, but I'm going to forego the sunscreen for tonight. It's just so I don't have as much to take off. Guys, if you haven't gotten the half and half peptides and ceramides from Prequel, it's like $20. You're missing out. It's really awesome. It's super hydrating. It feels amazing. It's thin. It's not heavy. It plumps. Everything feels good from it. I always like to give myself a little bit of a lymphatic massage when I put my foundation on. So when I'm doing my skincare, I'm usually trying to drain here and here. Like I think that those are pretty much everybody's places. You need to tap back here, like behind, and then here. And if you tap this and you do this and loosen things up and use your moisturizer as a time to hydrate, your makeup's going to go on much better. I'm going to take a little tiny bit of the dew because it's just straight up moisturizer, and that'll be it for what I'm going to put on right now. Now, if you're super dry, I don't think that you're going to need as much skincare because I think this is going to act as your skincare and your foundation. Since I did purchase the primer, let's use it. The primer that's not a primer. The cell rejuvenating illuminator. I'm going to take one little squirt and I'm going to start here where I want to be illuminated. This is a good place to illuminate because this is where you want your, to be, you know, like have your contour. And I actually go right here because I feel like it makes me look a whole lot younger. Okay. So my skin has not tack, but it's definitely moisturized and hydrated. I don't do anything to my brow. Thank God. I don't have to deal with that, knock on wood. Well, we did it in the 90s. I almost bought the Chantecaille right on the sale. Get it at Nordstrom when they have a sale. I got the LA Balm in Cutie. I'm not impressed. It tastes weird. Like it was supposed to be vanilla, but spoiled. I never got the VB one. Oh, all these balms that don't screw back down drive me crazy. So that's like my comment about those balms. Anything that goes up that doesn't come back down, I feel like it's such a, I don't know, just not a, it's not a style that I appreciate. Meet cute, not cutie. I know. Meet cute. I remember that. Okay. So the foundation. I need to grab my concealer. Oh, she also did lip liners. If anybody wants to see swatches of those, I can do that. But I need... Sorry, guys. I've got a lot of different things going on here. Okay. We are going to go in with the new concealer color 1.5, and it's going to look like I'm not putting concealer on, but I swear I am. This is a pen with a brush. Now, I think the most hygienic thing to do is to clean it off with Bioderma before you put the cap back on. Some people don't want to waste the product and feel like it's going to be fine if you leave the lid on. It's going to be okay. That's a personal choice for you. I'm going to give it one click. That's it. And I am going to go right here. And as you can see, I'm like putting it on. And it's going to disappear. It literally, it disappears. I've never had that before. When they say you find like a color match that you love, that it's a good thing, I agree. Okay, now I lost the foundation. Okay. It's looks a lot like the Swede one. It says shake well before use. Nude light number 2. You love your number 2 lip liner? Are you warm toned? How does it compare to Touche Éclat? It is not as glowy. I feel like it's more skin-like than Touche Éclat. It gives okay coverage. If you have darkness, like I said before, I used one of these to color correct, and I can actually show you. This one, like if we really wanted to do something here, I could go into like this little trough right here this one here. Okay. And the whole point of this is to keep it exactly where it's dark and not move it. So I like to use a brush. This is just a Sonia G. And just to pat exactly where I have those darkness troughs. I don't know what to call them. And if you just tap it all in, and then I used to go over it with the really, really light concealer. You can also just take a little bit of it on your finger just to get it to blend. The really important thing, I think, is to tap and not to move the product. If you're going to color correct, you want to keep that color exactly where it's dark and nowhere else. Otherwise, it's not going to have a different color backing up to what you're going to put on last. I'm going to take not even 2 drops. What I do is like I do like a half of a drop. And I just like to put it, maybe a drop on 3 fingers. And I touch it to the other 3. Now, this foundation has skincare in it, and it's damn expensive. There's not a chance in the world that I'm using a sponge with this to let it take away any of the product that I paid my good money for. Plus, fingers with this kind of a foundation, it's no different than putting on your skincare. It is the same feeling. Like if I close my eyes right now, it just feels like skincare is going onto my face. And it's definitely got a dew to it, like a luminosity. And I'm actually patting and pressing to make sure it's evenly distributed. And then what I did after I put this on, I took 1 drop. I actually did it on the palette, but kind of made a mess on here. But I take like literally like just a little smidgen, and like I've got some serious sun damage over here. And you can definitely build the coverage to get things to cover better. This is always like a sore spot for me. And it takes such little product. Like I'm just dabbing here. You just need such a small amount to like make a big difference. I kind of reinforced this area a little bit because it's just so wrinkly. But I'm like not going to waste it. So I'll take it on my fingers and just press the rest of it in. And really give it a second. To just kind of settle in. But honestly, you guys, it feels like I just put on like a serum and that it's kind of meshing with my skin. I always take a little bit of it down and hit the earlobes. And literally that is all you need. I mean, this is going to last a long time. You need such a small amount of product. That is the one really great thing about this. Let me zoom in. Now, I usually wait a little bit when I put foundation on before I would put powder or anything. It's such a good match with the concealer that you don't see like a huge change in color right here. It's so lovely on the skin, you guys. I need to just explain something. To me, in the world, like Lisa Eldridge is freaking phenomenal. This stuff is amazing, and I am going to continue to use it. Let me tell you the differences. And I'll even do a half of a face if you would like. Anybody wants that? That's fine. This is going to give you a very light coverage with not as much skincare. The difference with Lisa is that you decide the skincare that you want to use with it. If you are an oily person, you're going to prep your skin in a way that's going to take the Lisa Eldridge and maximize how long it's going to last on you. For me, I have to hydrate every single day because I am so dry now, but I didn't used to be. And I remember those days, and I remember having the acne, and it was hard. She did a foundation skin tint, let's call it skin tint because that's what it is, that you customize yourself. We looked at it before. It's that watery consistency, and you get that really nice evening of tone. And it literally is like witchcraft. It doesn't go into your lines, and it just like disappears. The Victoria Beckham is the same. However, it is more nourishing. It's more nourishing. I think they're both buildable. I think the Victoria one is probably, just because it has the skincare in it, I'm going to say it's a tiny bit more coverage than the Lisa Eldridge, but the Lisa Eldridge you can build. Like I can take the Lisa Eldridge, put it on, it dries down pretty quickly, and I can go with my, like her little pen, her little concealer thing, and find all my little spots, and I'm still going to be able to do that with this. Like if I have some darkness and I want to go in, I'll be able to do that with this. This is a much drier formula, and I don't mean that in a way that is negative. This is a customizable skincare optional, great skin tint that I think universally looks fantastic on. I've not seen one person other than Rebecca who doesn't like it. And I told her she needs to try it again because she didn't have the right color. And color matches everything. We know that. If you put on a foundation and it makes you look like an Oompa Loompa because it's so orange, you're not going to like it. When you get your shade match, it's like the stars align. It's so great. Let me show you how this one takes makeup also. Nothing like putting on a little makeup to go to bed. All right. I'm going to take a little bit of her contour. Although I will say, like, I don't feel mask-like at all. Like, I don't feel like this looks like I'm wearing a face of makeup. It just looks like my skin is better than it is. What are you ordering? The concealer? If so, it's addictive and it only lasts 3 months. If you use it on the daily and you never know when you're going to run out, you've been through 4 since release day. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of packaging that is like that where you don't know. And I usually get a backup for the things that I know I can't live without. This is a very light color. It's called travertine. And I'm just gonna do that. And just take a little brush. I always go up. I like it far back. This, I like to aim it toward the same spot. And then I would take maybe the brighter concealer here, here. And it doesn't have to be at least the Victoria Beckham. It could be any brand. And just make that stand out more. Just to get like a good angle. You can do it down here too, like by your mouth. And I'll add a little bronzer. This powder bronzer. We'll go with number 1 since I'm so light right now. But before I powder it, I want to make sure you guys see what this looks like. Let me turn this light up a little for a minute. It's luminous without being greasy. I think if you're oily, you're going to feel like you want to powder it. And I think you probably should. This is definitely one that I would think, first of all, it takes powder really well. I'm about to show you just with bronzer instead. I'm just dipping and touching and shaking off. I'll show you the 2 sides. Go in here. It's just a really pretty formula. And I feel like it's the right amount of bronze. And if you like highlighter, it's very beautiful with this. Would always hit the high points first. I've been putting my highlighter on either under or like definitely under blush now. I used to go the other way around. And a lot of times I use the, where is it? The Chanel Fluid Illumineur. I love this underneath foundation. I think this is going to be like Glow Town if I did this, but I'm going to try it. I mean, I feel like I can't glow enough. So this is what it's looking like. My hair is like not behaving. My glasses were getting caught with my hair and I broke pieces that are like in the front here. It's so hard to grow out. Sophia Sees Beauty doesn't like the LE either. I don't think they're using it right. I think they use it like it's an actual foundation, not a small amount. It is literally the best skin tint I've ever tried up until this. I mean, if you had to say you could have 2 for the rest of your life, I'd go, okay, I'm fine. I'm good. I have never, ever felt better about being older than I do right now wearing this. And that says a lot. I feel like my skin looks like skin. Like I look like a normal person, not wearing a full face of makeup because that's not my thing. I just feel more confident. And I do with Lisa too. I prep my skin the right way. And if you don't care about getting the extra oomph that you get when you combine this is skincare, guys. It's tinted skincare. I think it's a skincare first item. For me, that's a good thing. And it's doing a lot for me. And I love it. I absolutely love it. If I'm running to the store and I want to put something on, this is great. I think this does well in the heat. I can't speak to this being good in the heat right now. I know this is. It does take powder well. So if you're somebody who's very sensitive to a more dewy, glowy kind of a formula, you're going to be able to definitely powder it. These little drops look so pretty with it. This is the corally one. I'm sorry, the rosy one. This is not the corally one. And it's not staining, in one place. It definitely waits for you. But it's pretty. It's really pretty. Let's put on one of her lippies. Where's my lippy? We're going to give her a lipstick moment. I'm trying to remember some of the colors. Oh, I think I like Jump. Let's try Jump. I think Jump is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, I like this. There we go. That is the Victoria Beckham The Foundation Drops with Augustinus Spotter. Really want you guys to be able to see. It's really pretty. Sorry, I had to step away for a minute. Heather, thank you for the information. Going to order the concealer and foundation drops. Wait till I put my links up. Sorry, I had to step away for a minute. No problem. It's really pretty, Holly. I am going to be taking this back. And I'm getting one of these to just put in my house because it's the same price. Let's see how much product you get and what she says on here. I'm interested in comparing the Lisa Eldridge and hers just to see what the difference is. Now, let me put this up here. You do get 15% off if you have not ordered from her yet. it is something to think about. Okay, here's her drops. So it's $110 for, I'm guessing it's 1 ounce, but where does it say? Boy, she has a lot to say about it without saying this. Let's look at the box. Oh, guys. Way too much stuff in here. Here. Come on. Okay, it's made in Italy. And it is 30 mLs. Let's see how much. The Lisa one that I have is like, it's also 30 mLs. And can anybody check the price on it? Is her 65 or something like that? Anybody know? Without me having to look it up. 30 mLs is an ounce, correct. Do we have a price on Lisa? Let's see. All right, Seamless Skin Enhancing Tint is $49. So you can get 2 of those for this. And I don't want to think in LVMH ruining our lives, thinking things aren't expensive when they're $110, because this is a I'm saying that again, $110 for an ounce of product. Why do I like it? I love how it looks. I love how it feels. I'm going to be using less skincare than I normally would have to. And because I've worn this, I wore it yesterday for a while and wore it obviously today. Just now when I took it off with you guys, my skin felt so good with it on, and taking it off, it still felt good. Like I wanted to prep it so that we could really see what it looks like with prepped skin. I know sometimes when people evaluate a product, they do it kind of like in an incubator, but none of us live like that. Everybody here is going to wear sunscreen. We all know that. Everybody's going to put moisturizer on. We know that. And a lot of people are going to need to powder under their eyes. We know that. You're going to do what you're going to do with the foundation. And I understand like testing it out, maybe not putting my sunscreen under it versus yours. Fine. But I live in this real world where this is never going to be used in isolation, ever. But neither's this. And this is still amazing, you guys. Like the fact that you can put this on and it evens you out and makes your skin look glorious. I love the Lisa Eldridge, and I will continue to love Lisa Eldridge. Let me just show you the difference with the Swede, just so you see what I mean by more foundation looking. And I think this is a gorgeous product, by the way. For glass skin tint it's beautiful. And it is definitely more coverage. If you need more coverage than what you're seeing on me, the Swede is going to be your jam, because this gives you, see how my veins disappeared in my hand? This gives you coverage without the weight, without the stickiness, without the heaviness like of the Tom Ford. This is weightless. I think you could build this to full coverage. Let's just put one more dot on and see. I really think you can. I think this is a pretty amazing product like that. I mean, if you're having skin issues, or you have bruising from procedures, or you just like a full beat, I think the Swede is going to be your jam. And the Swede is also 1 ounce. And let's see how much that one is. That was terrifying. This is weird. I keep pushing for Swede and another thing is coming up here. Oh, by the way, Swede's on Amazon now. Just saying. Okay. I like a lot of things from this brand. Where's the skin tint? This is so crazy. Boy, they've really upped their products. So their glass skin foundation is $48. So very comparable with the Lisa Eldridge. So if you're looking for skincare and evening and really just a very beautiful, luminous, not too glowy skin-like look, like in person, when we try makeup on for you guys and we have all these lights on and stuff, let me tell you something, it does you all the favors. We know that when you're at work underneath like those freaking fluorescent lights, it's not the best, you know, and things reflect, and some people work really long hours. Like I know Molly works unbelievable hours in an ER, running around like a crazy person. And this is something that lasts for a long day. I think this will too. I think this will wear really beautifully. I'm going to do a full wear test tomorrow, so that Tuesday when we meet for when I really do the live on my sparkles, because I need to do sparkles with you guys, I will let you know how this wears. I don't think, if you're satisfied and you are happy and you love your skin tint or your lightweight foundation, because I would definitely say this wasn't heavy coverage. It was buildable. Like I was able to cover up a lot of, you know, my sun damage, but it's not all gone. But I don't like that. I'm not somebody that ever is going to be wearing a full beat. Not anymore. I can't. It looks horrendous. It looks aging. It looks like everything I don't want to be. Right now, I feel like I am just enamored with this, and it's almost like weird for me to say, because this is magic in a bottle. This is just absolute delicious fabulousness. I love it. But so is this. This is too. This one, you're getting the extra skincare. This one, you're customizing the skincare. You need extra coverage and you want a glass skin look, Swede all the way. This is going to give you the most coverage, the most buildable. Now with a skin tint or this lightweight foundation, you can use concealers and all kinds of things. If I have extremely dark under eyes, I might take a concealer like the Natasha Denona and then really pat that in, get my color corrector down, and then put this on, and that would work. It's just, I cannot believe that after so long using two concealers, that this blends into my skin to the point where I can't even see it going on. It's insane. I've never had that before. I want the VB drops. They look amazing. I think I might wait for the Chanel concealer. I'm happy to share the Chanel concealer with you guys on Tuesday. Would you be into that? I think the Sublimage concealer can do the job of both for less money. And I'm always for less money. Looks hydrated. Molly, can I tell you something? I know what your days are like. You can stick with this and get the 1.5 and you will be 100% terrific. I know that. The 1.5 is going to change your life. Holly loves it. Heather, thank you for the math. I'm always up for some math. $49. Thank you, Holly. Did it go down in price? I swear I paid $65 for the LA. Maybe it was a different product. Is that how much her eyeshadow palettes are? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I can't wear a mask of foundation anymore. I hate the way it looks and feels. God, I know. It's like, hello, I'm an old person. I just had the funniest thing sent to me, and I will read it to you guys on Tuesday. I'll get it. It says that right now we are the freshmen of the old people. At least I am at my age. I'm taking classes like learning how to play pickleball and how to retire on a 401k that has $7,000 in it. How do you eat and put kids through college? Like, how do you take care of old parents? Like, it's just, we're at the beginning of that. The young girls wearing a full beat, I want to take them and shake them and say, this is the best skin you're ever going to have. Show it to everybody. And people who are older who tend to think they need to cover up more might need extra coverage in certain places, but we are so much better with less overall. I will always be skincare first, makeup second. And Molly and I talk about this a lot. The two of us always seem to come back to, yeah, I got a lot of skincare to buy this month. Can't do it. Can't buy that. And it's true. It is way more important than any of this. And then I'll also say your Botox, your filler, your lasers, your whatever it is that you do, your facials, your at home using a zip, doing LED like I am. I think my skin is so much brighter because of the LED mask. And I want all of you to have it, but not until they have a big sale like Black Friday or something. It's changing the way that I feel. And I also think it's going to help a lot with season of affective disorder. And I get that in the wintertime. I hate when it's dark at 4 o'clock. I get crazy. It looks very hard not to want it ASAP. I know. I know. I know. But you didn't know about it until like now. So wait, let me say this. Sephora's sale has already been announced. I want to say it's like November 10th-ish. Can anybody look on their phones really quick and grab a date? Every single brand will offer some kind of a discount before the Sephora sale because they aren't going to want all the business to go to Sephora. Now, Victoria Beckham never goes on sale, but she always does Black Friday, and it's always 20%. But that was when it was only in a direct-to-consumer model. And right now, you can get it at Nordstrom. You can get it at Selfridges if you're overseas. You can get it at Saks. You can get it at Blue Mercury. You can get it at a lot of different places that have sales. My son just sent me a picture of a golden retriever. That's our love language. I'm so glad to be in an older bracket now. It's great. Yeah, I'm having a hard time straddling the child in college who wants to go to law school and the my parents getting older thing. It's like doing the splits, and at some point I'm going to snap. Michelle, I'm 41 years older than you are. You are not. You may be the freshman. I've already graduated. Bull-loney. You're like a sophomore, maybe. And I'm like a second semester freshman. Felice is funny. I guess I'm like a kindergartner. That's okay. You're fun to have around. We'll keep you. We're not going to kick you out. Heather, you're so funny. I want to say she had more than one sale last year around Christmas. I think she has another one. I think you're right. Okay. Also, right now, if you go into Sephora and you are friends with any of those people that you see all the time, get a coupon from them. They are having friends and family right now, and they all have those things in their pockets, and it doesn't hurt to beg for one for 20 off. It's a one-time use. We are going to be on sale watch on this channel, and I am working every day to get the damn website up. And until then, you will get all of your information from me on Tuesdays. And if people like Sundays, I'm happy to do a second one. We can talk about it on Tuesday. I will be on sale watch. I will let you guys know where and when and how to get your hands on everything, not just this, without spending too much. When I talk on Tuesday, I am going to show you like a $20 product that's going to blow your mind. And it's going to be the answer to every sparkly prayer that you've ever had for all the holiday stuff that's coming up, that you know you're going to wear like crazy during the holidays. And then in January, you're going to be like, I'm out. Like, I don't want a lot of makeup. And we're going to be back to the sculpted eye and the skin tint again. But that's the fun of the holidays. We have so much to go through, and there's so much they're going to throw at us all at once. I want everybody to brace for what's coming, and do not make any purchases that are just reactions, you know, like, oh my God, I have to have the Victoria Beckham foundation. Maybe you don't. Maybe you have the Lisa Eldridge, and maybe you could use a little extra skincare. Try it out. See what you think. Nothing is as important as your skincare. And fortunately or unfortunately, however you look at it, this is skincare dressed up as a foundation, or I'd like to call it a skin tint. It's more than a skin tint in, how it feels. It feels like more than a skin tint, but it's certainly, you guys saw, I barely put any on. I mean, this is going to last, I'm guessing 6 months. I mean, I don't even know. A couple drops is not a lot. It's just a heavy hit at once. And I would, even if you sit back and wait for like the next couple of weeks, the sales will happen. They will all come. And no business is doing well right now, except for there's a segment of fragrance, and Ulta is poised to really take a whole new part of the market with this new Korean skincare thing that they're going to be going into. They have a new person that's directing and CEOing, and they're changing their business model and stuff. So we're going to keep our eyes and ears open. Obviously, we've all waited for, I don't even know, does anybody know when she launched her brand? Let's ask ChatGPT. When did Victoria Beckham launch her beauty brand? September 14th, 2019. So 6 years. And it says she founded it with Sarah Creel. You guys, those eyeliners that Sarah Creel just put out are probably like the satin kajal with less malleability, I'm guessing. But I'm guessing that it's a very close formula because she did help formulate the Victoria Beckham. The first thing was the eye bricks, then the lid lusters, then the satin kajals. Yep, 2019. So we've waited 6 years to get a foundation. You can wait a little longer to get it on sale. Think about it. Really think about it, especially if you're somebody that has a skin tint that you already like. Like, even if you just decided, you know what, I'm going to wait until it gets colder outside to have this. This was definitely going to feel awesome, like on a cold winter day, as like that extra like layer of protection. And the interesting thing about it is that it does stay feeling like this all day. And I don't mean like feeling like sticky or anything. I mean, I feel hydrated, and usually I feel like I'm getting the life sucked out of my face. She had like days where she would do free shipping or a free liner with purchase, so it made it seem more like sales. She did more than one sale last year. I know she did. I know she did. And usually she'll do like a 20 off, and then like probably she flushes out a lot of her stuff, I feel like, afterward. I feel like she does like after holiday too. 2019, thank you, Holly. I feel like it was a different color liner for free every few days. Yeah, I mean, they all do. She likes to offer free shipping all the time, which is nice, but like, it's hard to buy something from her and not have to already get to the free shipping thing. So I think the fact that she's at other retailers is going to be what's going to happen. And let me say this for sure. Nordstrom price matches. So if this goes on sale at Blue Mercury, you show that on your phone to the Nordstrom person, they're giving you that price, 100%. They do it at Neiman's too. They'll price match you. They need the business and the sales right now. So it's awesome. I love it. I've never loved anything more, but my heart now has two halves. This is my heart. This is all I need. Like, I'll even give up my Le Beige, the Water Fresh tint now. Like, I don't need it because I feel like this looks like nothing. This looks like everything. Do you know what I mean? In the difference? I speak fluent Michelle, so it's hard. If you're ordering one liner, then free shipping is great. Otherwise, who cares about meeting your 70? Yeah. And also, you don't have to order from her anymore. You order one thing from Nordstrom and it is free. So who cares? I know she did one more because I remember you being pissed about it because you placed an order before. You're right, Mal. But also, she wasn't everywhere. She's everywhere now, you guys. I feel like this is her crowning jewel, and I'm scared she's going to sell her brand to Estee Lauder. And you know eventually she will. She raised her free shipping from 50 to 70. Meh. Did she really? Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a pretty heavy duty threshold, which is so weird that she would do that when she's selling to places that do free shipping anyway. My stuff from Nordstrom, not only is it coming faster, their packages now are so much more eco-friendly. Like, they put things in recycled stuff now, and I like what I'm seeing from Nordstrom. I have to tell you, they just brought the company back to being private again, and I like the security that we're having with that right now, because if all of our luxury retailers in the US are owned by the same people, it's going to be tough. We've got the Macy's, Bloomingdale's team, and then we've got team Bergdorf, Neiman, Saks. It's like one place now. So, is there anything else that anybody wants to see? If you want to see the Bitten lip tint, I say get the Kulfi for sure. I love the colors of the Victoria Beckham. I can't stand how dry they are. They just you have to put them on with like something else if you want them to be. And to get that kind of a stain now is, there's more modern ways to do it, like better beauty tech. She made it where you can't get the welcome 15 code too. I used to get 15 every time I ordered until this March. Get a new email address and don't use your same computer. Go through DuckDuckGo. I mean, I don't know. I didn't hear that from me. Every time I buy a bag at what's it called? This purse brand that I buy, I get a new, they tell me like, open up an email right now. Just get an email and I'll give you 15% off. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll start all the emails I want. It is also like your IP address. So just so you're aware, it's not just your email, and it has to get paid for by a different card or whatever. So it does get kind of weedy and complicated. So anybody have anything else that I can share swatches of? I know I put on my Instagram if anybody wanted to see swatches of the Rhode blushes. Did you guys see that Sephora did their biggest day ever on the Rhode launch day? Ever? Ever? Welcome to It's Not About Us Anymore. It's crazy. The blushes are so good, and I absolutely despise the lip product, but that is a personal thing because I don't like fragrance and I don't like that slidey lip. All you had to do was put welcome 15 and it was unlimited up until March, but I did it for a year and she caught on. Wow. I mean, there is not a time that I don't at least go and see if I can find a code somewhere on something in some way before I check out anywhere. But yeah, the Lola blankets are what got me. Oh my God, you guys, I have so many freaking Lola blankets. They are my favorite. Love them. Going to Birmingham tomorrow. Can't wait to see the Rhode products. Holly, you're going to love the blushes. If you weren't here, for grown-ups. I think her glazing, I think it's called the glazing milk. Let me pull it up. Okay, the worst packaging I've ever seen in my whole entire life. It weighs about a feather, maybe. Let me grab one. Oh, I bought 2 of them that I didn't have. This one's called Sprinkle. Molly told me to get this one. This was her birthday color, and everybody really wanted it to come back. So this is the component. I don't get how this is like a pocket blush, but that's what she calls it. The best thing about them is they literally melt on your finger, and this is all you need. I'm going to ruin my BBB. This is Sprinkle. And the reason why it's so special, do you guys remember that Chanel like highlightery blush that was like a pink from like a few, I have to pull it out. It reminds me of that. It's got that same quality, and it's got such a nice sheen on that. Wow. That's a good color, Mal. Thank you. I also got tan line because I didn't have it. And it said pinky tan on the website. I'm not sure if this is pinky tan, but let's give it a go. The melt. I love the melt. A little trick that I go by on my blush now is I go like my cheekbone is like the lowest that I'll go, and I never go past the center of my eye unless I'm doing, you know, like a pinky tan. Like if this was like a blush and a bronzer, which I don't really think it is. I think it's a blush. Pretty. My favorite color is Sleepy Girl. It's the mauve color. It's gorgeous. Piggy's really cute. And there's some really bright ones that you would think would be awful, but they're so pretty on. Oh, let's look at them. This is Piggy. So Piggy's like a pink. Sleepy Girl is the mauve color. Oh, I don't even have it up there. I'm like, oh, here you go. Piggy is the pink. Sleepy Girl is the mauve. Then you've got Spicy Marg, which is like a really fun coral color. Then Toasted Teddy is the bronzer of your dreams. Like if you just want to put one thing on and be done, get it. It's great. Juice Box is that beautiful, you know, like when you feel dead and you need blush, that's what you're looking for right there. Sprinkle's the one I just put on. It's a pearly pink. Freckle, if you're warm toned, you guys, oh my goodness, this is the nude of your dreams if you're warm. Date Cake is the warm red berry. Sun Soak is a spiked orange, and Tan Line is a pinky tan. If you are thinking about skincare from Rhode, there are some unscented and some scented, so you kind of have to look through the lip tints. The only thing I cannot recommend at all are these peptide lip shape contour thingies. They're interesting. I have a whole bunch of them. And at first glance, you're going to think this is the most terrific thing ever. What are you even saying? Like you can do the overline. Like I don't like to overline on the sides anymore. I like to overline like here. The problem with these is that they disappear in like 3 minutes. And then you have no lip liner on. And not that I like the kind of lip liner that doesn't come off, because I hate those also. But these just don't stay on. Like, even if you color your lip in, they don't last. They're not long lasting. If you don't care about it being long lasting, they feel good. You know, the peptide thing. I highly recommend the glazing essence. I think it's really good. But I also think the one from Ilia is really good. But this one's cheaper. Love the mist. The mist is, first of all, the mister on it is like the perfect mist coming out. Like, you know, just that really like spread out mist that's so good. It's so good. And this is the barrier butter. This is like the really winter intense moisturizer, or you could use it for slugging at night. Love it. This little thing I didn't get because like we were talking about, like with the cleansing, I don't like the idea of pineapple and acids. And I don't know if she's like my skincare person like that. I just am not ready to commit to that. If you are oily or don't like a heavy moisturizer, the peptide glazing fluid is for you. There's also small sizes that you can try for less money. Her regular moisturizer is the Barrier Restore Cream. And then, I don't know, this is like a serum, but it's not really a serum for old people. I just would say, nah, I don't think you need it. But $1 billion, it was good enough for that. And now Sephora had their biggest day ever in history. Lola blanket. Is that the adult receiving blanket or something? Or am I thinking of another brand? Oh, we will talk about Lola blankets. They are sacred to me. Okay. And they have 40 and 50 off all the time. And you need them in your life. But do not put it on your Instagram, because once it is there, it will haunt you until you buy like 7 of them, like me. I think Sprinkle is one of the best shades. I was not even looking at that one. It really is just so pretty. I love, let me grab it. It totally reminds me of that Chanel. Like it's almost identical. Hang on. Oh my God, you guys. Sorry. I will find it because this is like personal now. Here. Here it is. Fantasy de Chanel. Here's the color. I'm going to put it right here. And let's take a little sprinkle. Let's make it fair. Look at that. I mean, this is more of a highlighter and this is more of a blush, but that is the same freaking color. I love it. Love that. I think Sprinkle is one of the best shades. I want Toasted Teddy. Tan Line is so good too, but it is quite similar to Sleepy Girl. Sleepy Girl has my heart. She's my favorite. My daughter wanted Piggy until she saw the name. She said that she couldn't. It's funny. Love it. Are the lip peptides grainy? I didn't have a great experience with them. I'm so the wrong person to ask. And I don't like saying that things aren't bad or are bad. I would just say like they're not for me. I like a lip product that commits a little bit more than that. But like it's not, there isn't like, I didn't feel anything in it. They just slide around a lot. Did anybody have any graininess? Because I know that they did with one and they had to fix one. I think that was like a while back. It's weird that she has all the shades but the plum. Well, that's because the plum is the exact color as that other one. Literally the same color. She's supposed to fix the grainy issue. Yeah, I think it's fine. Holly, she reformulated the balms and they were not grainy anymore. Good to know. Thanks, all. Okay. Are the little blankets softer than Barefoot Dreams? Yes, they're better. They grip you and they hug you and they hold you and they're so amazing. And I'll show you one on Tuesday. Definitely don't need to be haunted by a blanket company. I do love blankets. My other obsession. Oh, use DuckDuckGo and just go look at the Lola blankets. I'm actually pretty impressed with Sephora that they actually really stocked up because nothing is really sold out online for Rhode. They didn't create a frenzy for once. They ran out of some product in stores, but I agree with you. They did a good job of understanding the type of insanity that was going to ensue when they launched on there. Can you even imagine like how many units they had to sell for it to be the biggest day ever? Ever? Like in the history of the company? I'm the girl that fights for the blanket in the Christmas family. Yankee swap, even if I bought the gift. Heather, get a little blanket, but get it on discount. Probably 90% of the world has her products, so it wasn't a fight for them. You know, it's nice to be able to walk into a store. I'm still going to be a brick and mortar person. I like to touch things and I want to see them and I want to experience the feeling of them. And when you can't, you have to go where you trust somebody to give you the information. And I am never going to be anything but honest with you guys about what I think about things. And for me, today, in this economy, with all of my expenses that I have, and a kid in college who's going to go into law school, I'm keeping this in my life. I'm willing to give up something else to have this in my life. But I'm not willing to give this up ever either. So I'm in heaven, literally heaven sent from above. My product of the year from last year and my product of the year from this year. There's just nothing better. Especially since her shipping sucks. It does. Her shipping is the worst. Takes forever. Me too. Blind buys make me nervous. I love being able to go in and touch and feel. Totally, Holly. But you know what? We are so lucky, even though they've changed our return policies in most places to 30 days. I think Nordstrom will take it back from when you were 5. But in Europe and in other countries, when you buy something, that thing is yours and you are stuck with it. And we don't have that here with most places. Like, I would much rather buy at Nordstrom than any other retailer because of their return policy. The reason why I'm still shopping at Sephora is because of the return policy. Ulta, the same thing. Ulta's going to be really interesting when they start getting all of this K-beauty in. And I think the lipstick lesbians are going to teach us a lot about it. We are blessed here. I know we are. If we all could just get along, things would be so much better in the world, right? All right, guys, it's past my bedtime. But if anybody wants any swatches, you want any questions, you want to sit down and do a FaceTime with me to learn how to do something, you're wondering about a color, you are free to DM me anytime you like. I am happy to respond to any requests or questions, things you don't want to talk about in front of other people. That's fine too. I'm here for you guys. And I hope this was helpful. I hope that you guys understand that I'm not trying to sell anybody anything. It is very nice when you use the links on a creator's page, because otherwise the wholesale does go to that store. And if somebody has been helping you for the year, go and use their links. Seriously. It's a big difference for them. And also putting a thumbs up on a video or on an Instagram thing goes such a long way to getting yourself out to other people. So thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for everything, night night, pretty friends. Until next time, we'll see you all on Tuesday, guys. 8 o'clock Central. Love you all. Have a great first start of your week. Sending everybody lots of love. Night. Bye.